Alright, hey there Prox Gaming Crew, and this is Proxify here, and we are back for some more of the Final Fantasy X Let's Play. And if you did miss out during the last one, well, we are now said and done with Mount Gazette. We have already went and battled out with the Sanctuary Keeper, and now it's going to be all the way off into our way of where the Zanarkand ruins is going to be happening. And if you ever did miss out on any of the enemies that was happening with the Mount Gazette, not to worry, the Zanarkand ruins actually does have the other remaining enemies that you can go and find within there as well too, and they will get added as a part of the Mount Gazette encounters for the capturing if you ever do want to go and decide to return back over to the Commonlands and get that other special reward that we do need for the Remium Temple, which we can't really go and do right now since we don't really have anima at this point. But if you guys do now go and see, Tidus actually now does have the Berserk Ward. Now, you can also go and get Berserk Proof as well, but mind you, getting the Berserk Proof is going to probably take you quite a while to get from those shreds, or even some of the other shred forms back in like Macalena and some other places. You can go and probably try to steal out with some of those high pillows as well, but it will be taking you quite a while just to get all the way up to 32. So instead, we actually decided to go all the way for the 8 and get the Berserk Ward, which it will sometimes happen if we could get ourselves somewhat all protected throughout our way of that said Sanctuary boss battle when we actually start heading into the Zanarkand temple for the actual said boss battle with the Sanctuary boss that goes on within there. But mind you, I'm not going to go into too much details within the said Sanctuary boss of that area, because I would like to go and at least tell you guys how that battle is going to get ourselves all set and finished for what's going to happen from there. But this area does seem a little bit familiar. If you guys do remember, this was basically from episode 1. This was how we were kind of figuring out what everything was going on within the game, and we did see that all of the characters were here within this part. And now, since we have been playing throughout the remainder part of this whole entire game, we at least now know how we were able to meet up with all these guys and finally be able to go and reach all the way over here to Zanarkand, which we're just a few more steps closer into finishing off within this game, because we still got the Omega Ruins. That's still going to be happening throughout our way as well too, because we do have to face off with that Omega weapon, and hopefully, crossing our fingers, we can at least now and get ourselves with that Nova special Ronso move, because that will be able to finish off with everything that we do need for what Kamari is going to be all about. But I don't know, this guy is going to be at 99,999 HP here in the actual American version or North American version of what this game is going to be compared to the international side of stuff. And I believe this is where we're going to get ourselves interacted here with Tidus for the first time, and him going off and explaining everything that was going to be just right around within the beginning part of the game. But here we're going to have to continue onwards forth from what the continuation of the story is going to happen now.
Listen to my story.
And there is going to be 2 different treasure chests. I don't know if I mentioned that already. You could go and find yourself a fortune sphere and also a specialized targ, I believe, for that's going to be happening with Riku. And I don't know what the actual name of it's going to be, but we'll see when it happens here. And mind you, I did do a lot of editing throughout this area, because there is going to be enemies galore within this place. So I just like what was kind of happening back in in the Thunder Plains or in Macalena or any of those other type of big areas that were that we were having a little bit of some issues trying to get through because of just the amount of the battle encounters that were happening. Well, this area is going to be exactly the same as that type of thing. We're going to be running into enemies almost all the time throughout here. So if you ever do want to do some grinding now, this would probably be the best and perfect time for you to go ahead and do so. And yep, just make sure that you guys get all your items and weapons before you go and start crossing through anywhere throughout here, because that would not be good if we forget all of our weapons and other stuff that are going to be here. So I'm pretty certain that by now I have went through all my different courses throughout my first semester of school. And I'm pretty sure that by now I think everything should at least be now getting the ball rolling at this point in time, and seeing what other type of assignments and other things that are going to happen throughout my course. And if you guys don't know, I am taking a radio content creation program. I'm pretty excited to see what it's all about. And I know that I'll probably do very well as for what everything's going on, because content creation is basically in my strong suit. I should be able to know how to do that, no problem, and how to be careful. Well, get to know how to be careful for what I say, and how to be all well, somewhat not all that too anxious or having high anxiety whenever I speak, but
Looks like the flood plain.
it all takes practice, and that's how I was able to go and overcome all my stuff that was happening here on the channel. Alright, and I think with that being said in mind, I think this should be the last of these chests here. And there we go, guys. So with some sort of spiritual target, it looks like. And I think this is where we're going to end off the episode for today. So with all that being said in mind, see you guys in the next one. And of course, peace.